Get out!
We're gonna wait for the cops. We're gonna
wait
for the cops.
Yeah, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Random Opinions, Reaction, and Reviews. If you don't know who I am by now, you gotta get with the program. So today I'm coming to do I guess my thoughts or my take on this whole Blueface situation. I must have been living under a rock, you guys, because I was seeing on Facebook where people were commenting, oh, I would never put my mom out, or I would never do this to my family, I would never do this to my sister, and I had no clue what they were talking about. I'm subscribed to TMZ, and like they ran into Blueface and they were talking to him about the situation. I was like, oh, light bulb came on. This is what everybody is talking about. So I just wanted to elaborate on what is going on in his house. So this guy, Blueface, for those of you who don't know who Blueface is a modern day rapper in his 20s. He became most notable for a couple of his songs, but the one that I'm pretty much know is Bust Down Tatiana. And he's had people like Cardi B and YG Future on the song, and the song is really doing good. It's still doing good, you know. So I feel like that song alone has made him a lot of money. He is pretty much becoming very, very famous. Like his rise to fame is impressive, you know. I watched an interview with him on Everyday Struggle, and he was talking about how, you know, he just picked up a mic one day and was like, dang, I can rap. And he just started rapping. And then like a year or two later, now he's famous. So, you know, most of the times, some people don't get that lucky. So the fact that he's been rapping for such short time is impressive. And, you know, he's where he's at. And so I guess, like, you know, him and his mom got into it because he has two girlfriends. And I guess one of the girlfriends didn't say hi to the mom. And I can completely understand where the mom feels a level of disrespect from his girlfriends. Like when you see your family members, or even, you know, say they're not a family member, like maybe even a distant cousin or somebody that you know, when you see them out in the street, say you run into them at Walmart or something, don't you expect them to say hi? Or wouldn't you say hi, you know, as a level of respect? If they don't you get upset? Like, I know if I was to see my sisters in Walmart and they walked past me like they didn't know me, I'd feel very disrespected. You know, even with, you know, my boyfriend's sisters, like if I see them out and about, I want them to say hi to me. And for the most part, I say hi to them just because, like I said, it's a level of respect. So I completely get where her argument and her frustration is. Like, you two are dating my son. Say hi. You know, I'm here. Acknowledge me. I'm not invisible. So anyway, the argument ended up getting out of hand, and he ended up putting his sister and his mom out the house. And I know it must have been very frustrating for his mom, you know, to raise somebody and to look out for them and, you know, birth them, take care of them, make sure they have the things that they need. And then when they get on, what Kanye West said,
leave your ass for a white girl.
Yeah. It's just, I know it's very hard for her. You know, like her son is famous now. He has this image that he has to uphold, and he's probably not even the person that she raised him to be. Blueface is probably something completely different from Jonathan, you know? I think that's his name. I think that's what his sister called him. So I completely understand where she is coming from. His sister, on the other hand, like, I watched the video and he's telling her, get out my house, get out my house. You know, and she's like, I'm not going nowhere. And the mom's like, oh, well, this is how you treat your mother. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. And my thing is, how are you going to call the police on him in his own home? Like, are you on the deed? Do you pay rent? Do you pay mortgage? Like, you can't call the police on him in his own home. So I'm guessing that's the reason why he's not arrested right now today. But they should have just did what he said and just got out of his house. And I know, like, I might get criticized for that, but he's grown. he pays his own bills. His mother doesn't pay his bills. He pays his own bills. So if he said, get out, get out. Now, here's my thing. The Bible says for children to respect their parents, you know, and I get that he's not a child, but at the same time, that's her child. You know, you have to respect your parents. So him not respecting his mom is definitely, he's going to reap what he sows, and it's not going to be good for him, you know? So she just got to let karma just take its toll, because he could lose everything, you know what I'm saying, for disrespecting his mom. Because at the end of the day, parents are not perfect, and they do wrong. Now, on the other hand, like I seen where his sister had posted some comments saying, you know, he is where he is today because of his mom and the sacrifices that she made. And then I seen him comment and say, you know, I was living in my car and, you know, my mom kicked me out and I did this myself. You know, a lot of people want to be self-made. Me too. Like the decisions that I made, like, parents tend to like try to take credit for accomplishments that their children make because they're the parent, and to them, you know, an accomplishment for their child is an accomplishment for them, you know, because I feel like parents think, well, you know, I raised them and I raised them right, and now I can reap the benefits, you know. So I completely understand where he's coming from too. Like, I did this myself. I climbed up to the top. I struggled. I saw a vision and I made it happen while you was telling me, you know, and I'm just putting my own little spin on everything. While you was telling me a rap career would never make it, like, I did this. I sacrificed. And now because what the vision that I saw, you get to reap the benefits, but you still want to treat me like I'm a kid. You know, you still want to have some say over my life, and it kills you that you can't, you know? I just didn't like the way his sister was acting. Like, if he said get out of his house, regardless of if he chose his girlfriends over his family, get out of his house. It's his house. He paid for it. He pays the rent. He pays the bills. He breaks y'all off a piece, you know? And any acting gig, any modeling career his sister gets is because of him. You know, he's made a way for her to be able to do that. So I feel like at the end of the day, she should be grateful that, you know, he even acknowledges them. But when I was watching the video, you guys, I literally was thinking, like, this is just a family. Families fight. And a lot of times we don't catch it on camera just because we just don't, like, you know. But families, they fight. They fight a lot. And I was just thinking, this is normal. It's very normal for a family to fight, and anybody who says it isn't is wrong. You know, I remember one time my sisters got into, story time. One time my sisters, they got into a physical altercation when we were in high school, and I wasn't around at the time because I didn't have class with them. And they were always so close, and me, I was like kind of the black sheep, and I was the oldest, so I was kind of like mama bear to them. So yeah, they got into a fight one time at school over a bag of chips. And I mean, they were throwing punches because that's what they do. You know, the family that fights the most together love each other the most, you know. And they used to always fight all the time. And they got into it at school this one particular day and got suspended. And my mom was so mad. She's like, what sisters fight at school for everybody to see? Y'all look ridiculous. Which they did, but at the same time, family argues. You know, to the world, this may be something new that he put his sisters out. And I'm pretty sure he's a little hurt too, because at the end of the day, you know, he struggled and he got his family where they needed to be. And now they're clout chasing, putting their business on social media for the world to see. I'm pretty sure he's lost fans, you know, and it's very hurtful. And he even said, you know, he's going to keep his distance from his family because of that. But one thing I need for him to know is that you're not going to get anywhere good without your family. Because people are going to be your yes man, and they're going to ride your wave for so long. They're going to ride that wave until you no longer are accepted. They're gonna ride your wave. Look at what happened to R. Kelly. All these yes men he had in his camp, people that was fishing him little girls, and then those same people they used against him to make this documentary and to indict him. You know, those same people was helping him get 16, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls. And now they're like, oh, yep, he did it. He did it. The only reason why I was doing it, helping him, was because he was paying me. You know, they've said this. So, you know, even with these girlfriends that Blueface has, the only reason why they're around Blueface, Jonathan, whatever his name is, I'm telling you right now, dude, is because of who you are. If you wasn't who you were, they wouldn't be on your strap at all. They wouldn't be respecting you. They wouldn't even be living in the same household. But they're doing this because of who you are. And you're isolating your family. Yeah, your family was wrong for putting what they put on social media, letting the world know, you know, their intimate inside arguments with you. They are dead wrong for that. But at the end of the day, they're your family. And I'm pretty sure you can call your sister. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can call your sister and be like, hey, such and such did this to me, did this, or such and such won't let me see my kid. And she'll go 100, 1,000% in for you. You know, at the end of the day, if you isolate the people that's closest to you, you're going to have nobody. So, I mean, that's my take on this little situation. And it made it seem like he's gonna be, it made it seem like that he won't forgive them. It's gonna be a while before he forgives them, and he probably feels betrayed, if anything, you know, that they allowed fame and riches to come in between him, you know, and their privacy. But at the same time, he should have had his mother's back completely. You know, all he had to do was make his girlfriend say hi. If they your girlfriends and they with you for that money, boy, they gonna do anything you say. That's all you had to do was say, hey, that's my mom, say hi. You know, because it shows a level of respect, you know, to your OG. And, you know, as a parent, you never can be perfect. You're gonna always make mistakes. And so, yeah, she put him out, and maybe it was because he was gangbanging. And maybe it was because he was disrespectful. But at the end of the day, she's still going to be your mom, Blueface. So I feel like, if anything, you owe her an apology. You never let anybody come in between you and your blood, you know. Now, if that was your wife, if those were your wives, I could see where you'd be like, look, mom, she didn't mean it. You know, you got to respect her too. But these are just girlfriends that's just riding your wave, man. So I hope everything works out with this guy. And I hope that he continues to flourish in his career. Because I, myself, don't wish negativity on anybody. But he's definitely distancing himself from his sister and his mom. And it's not going to be good for him in the end, because he's going to have people that use him. He's going to have people to lie to him. He's going to have people tell him what he wants to hear. And that's never good. You know, look at what's happening to Chris Brown. You know, when you come upon fame at such a young age, it could be detrimental, because you lose the ability to learn right from wrong, what's morally and politically correct. You know, he's coming into a bad way, and he's gonna learn. I give it a couple years. You know, he's gonna look back and he's gonna be deeply apologetic, because, like I said, at the end of the day, his mom is not perfect. Whatever she did in her past, she's still his mom. So he gonna have to take that ish back. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that whole Blueface situation. I just, you know, felt the need to give my little 2 cents. Hopefully he sees this video and recognize, look, OG, I did you wrong. I gotta fix this. And hopefully she realizes her faults and the sister realizes their faults before everything is too late and they cut ties completely. Because you do not want to distance yourself from your family. Family can be crazy, but at the end of the day, they're always going to have your back. So hopefully everything works out for him. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about this situation. If it's anything you're even interested in. You know, if I actually want to know if you've ever had any falling outs with your parents. That would be interesting. Let me know what was the worst argument you ever had with your parent. And if you don't really have parents, or if you never really had an argument with your parents, let me know in the comments below what was the worst altercation you got into with a family member of your choice. Because that would be interesting to see. You know, I've gotten into fights with my sisters as well, and those fights are very hard because those are the people that you cherish the most. Like, I mean, you've known them all your life. You've lived with them pretty much practically all your life. And then when you get into an argument with them, sometimes it can be so bad till it like hurts both of you guys' feelings. And we talk, we laugh all the time, and we barely get into arguments. So that's why it was very hurtful. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like my video, big thumbs up, comment what do you want me to talk about next, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'm just happy to have you guys a part of the family. I will see you guys later. Bye.
I finally made my mind, know that I can't go back broke. They saying that my time up, my back against the rope. I hustle, got my grind, know that when